The great philosopher Yogi Berra once said baseball is 90% mental, the other half is physical. For those of you who do not know, Yogi Berra was one of the greatest catchers of all time. Many of you may have known him in his Aflac commercials.
And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Aflac.
In the game of baseball and other professional sports, there's almost no difference in the level of talent that separates the average and really good players from the superstars. The difference is in the way they think about or approach their profession. As Yogi Berra was saying, baseball greatness is 90% mental. The same is true in any profession, especially in the sales profession. The way we think about what we do has an impact on how we do what we do, how hard we work at or practice what we do, and ultimately how well we do what we do. See, ideas have consequences. Going back to the great philosophers, those before Yogi, we find Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. A substantial amount of their discourse had to do with observing how the world works, and importantly, how it works best. Their conclusions were that the world and society works best when all of the best elements from government, economics, the arts, and society came together and worked in concert. An interesting fact is that Socrates' best-known student was actually Plato, and Plato's best-known student was Aristotle. Each of these philosophers had students sitting under them, learning from them, and thoughtfully considering their ideas and theories. Though many do not know this, Aristotle's most famous student was Alexander the Great. He listened to and considered the ideas of Aristotle and the scholars before him. Alexander, partly as a result of these ideas, conquered almost 90% of the known world by the age of 31. Now I really feel inadequate. Ideas have consequences. Why is this so important in sales? Many people and many of our customers have the stereotypical view of salespeople. When someone finds out that we teach sales and do research in sales, they usually say, "I've got a friend who would make a great salesperson." And we inevitably ask, "Why do you think that?" The usual response is, "They can sell refrigerators to Eskimos," or "They can sell anything to anybody." Sales and the role of salespeople has changed dramatically over the past 4 to 5 decades. What we have found out through our research is that salespeople who have certain ideas about what they do greatly outperform salespeople that are in sales simply to meet their quota or just to make a lot of money. Now, salespeople who have a certain mindset do end up making a lot of money, but that is not their primary goal. Research by Jim Stengel, Jim Collins, Malcolm Gladwell, and Lisa Earle McLeod, and I highly recommend that you put these books on your reading list, all found a certain mindset that is consistent with high-performing companies and salespeople. Organizations and salespeople with a culture and mentality that strives to make a meaningful difference in the lives of their customers outperform their competitors by almost 400%. While not many sales trainers give mindset much thought, pun intended, the way you think about what you do is critical to your success. In other words, ideas have consequences.